What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you are enjoying your weekend. So, Jeannie Mai is firing back at Jeezy because he filed for divorce. She insinuates that he's a cheater and they have a prenup in place that will cost him big. So, she says that according to the legal docs, she says that her estranged husband is definitely guilty of infidelity. Her lawyer writes, quote, the wife reserves the right to amend this counterclaim to add other grounds for divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify here and at this time and hope that this matter can be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly. But it gets even more pointed. It says, quote, wife further shows that the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity, which provides in part that in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally and sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communications, including but not limited to sexting, FaceTiming, social media, and or direct messages, shall result in a significant financial penalty upon the adulterous party. So she's accusing Jeezy of being unfaithful and claims that he has got to cough up a whole bunch of dough as a result. They don't say exactly who the alleged mistress is or what the scenario is, but the time, the fact that she's coming out with this now, one, I feel like because she's embarrassed, and again, she said that she was blindsided with him filing. But two, if you guys remember, she was accused of cheating on Jeezy with her Access Hollywood co-star Mario Lopez. Now that's alleged, and they both put those rumors to bed, right? So Mario Lopez is married as well, and he's like, we're just friends. Um, and then Jeezy, who, as we know, filed for divorce in Georgia, he released a 29-track double album, and it says, "I might forgive, but I don't forget." And it's highlighted by the song "Don't Cheat." So, and then cheating, of course, was a reoccurring theme during his recent interview with Nia Long. But again, I wanted to follow up my initial video in regards to what happened with her gatekeeping Monaco from her father. I truly believe that Jeannie was blindsided. I feel like she was embarrassed. And I feel like she wants to make him pay financially, emotionally, whatever the case may be, right? I feel like she is moving into her woman scorned era because you guys remember when she was with her first husband Freddie, and they were together a long time. I want to say like 10 years or more. She repeatedly said that she did not want to have kids with this man. And you know, for them to be together for that amount of time, a decade, he was extremely patient with her. Okay. But he eventually had to move on because if he wants kids, just biologically, the clock is ticking. Well, then she gets with Jeezy, and she's in her mid 40s, but she's still, it was like boom. They were only married to get together for 2 years, and they already have a 1 year old. So it was like, as soon as she got with, her second husband, she decided, oh, I do want to have kids, which is, I'm sure, a slap in the face to Freddie. But he's moved on. I'm assuming. I don't know this man. However, with this situation, I feel like, she's saying that he cheated, um, and she was going to keep it quiet. But since he filed for divorce, she's like, all right, you want to do this, gloves off, let's do it. I feel like it's going to get so messy. Um, I really hope that he has a really good lawyer. Well, that they both do, right? And I'm sure that they do have really good lawyers. My only concern is the daughter, right? I feel like um, I hope that Jeezy, because he's talking now, with Nia Long, and he's promoting his album and writing his books and stuff, but he's grown to a place where he wants to be a more present father, and he is fighting for custody, so I'll give him that. But this wasn't the case with his older children. And I feel like, I hope that the baby doesn't suffer from the parents bickering back and forth. She's only 1 year old, so that's good. I hope that they can come to some kind of, agreement where they're able to co-parent in a mature fashion. Because I feel like Jeannie is really upset that she chose her dark meat on the side and now her dark meat doesn't want her. And the fact that he had the nerve to file for divorce completely caught her off guard. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the fact that she really said that on national TV and then ended up marrying a black man and had a child after she told Freddie that she didn't want a child for a decade. Like the whole thing is just wild to me. But I do hope that, again, like I said, I hope that the baby is protected. I hope that they can come to some sort of, agreement to where they can be mature parents and they don't, fight and fuss. Like I'm just hoping it's not a Kim and Croy type of situation, because Kim and Croy's, them babies, they just recently called the police themselves. Like it used to be Kim and Croy calling the police back and forth, but now the kids are calling and they're minor, they're like under 12, I think. So that's what I'm hoping, right? That it doesn't turn into a volatile situation, because Jeannie is now, I feel like she's really pissed off and she wants to hurt him financially because he embarrassed her publicly. And so if there is, infidelity and, they have that clause in the prenup, then if she has the receipts and she can prove it in court, then that's a viable, legal situation. But this is really interesting. The fact that, she did all of that performative things on the real just to choose to marry a black man who in turn divorced her 2 years later. And 2 years is such a short time. Like most couples would still be in their honeymoon period. And the fact that most divorces are actually filed by women. And just again, going back to the Kim and Croy situation, it's like, Croy is the one that was fed up. Like you have to do a lot, in my opinion. Men usually don't tend to divorce, especially like when they're in their 40s, like when they get older, they tend to settle down more. But that's just, my thoughts and my opinion. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts. I really hope that Monaco, you know, is protected. I hope that Jeezy now uses this situation to step up to not only be a father to Monaco, to his newborn, or well, 1 years old, it's not a newborn, but his baby, but his older children as well. Like older children, they need their father. And so I hope that he is, seeking therapy. I know he's writing his books and he's promoting new music. But in regards to whether or not he cheated, if I find out any more specifics, I will definitely, of course, you guys, I will let you know. But the court documents hasn't specified anyone or any, specific situation as of yet. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot more interesting and a lot more detailed going forward, but in the future. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the situation. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't not done so already. And I will talk with you in the next video. Have a great weekend, Aces. Take care. Bye.